Good evening and salutations, my Days of Lives fans. Uh, Charlie coming back. Well, here's the thing. Turns out Charlie was just nothing more than Ava's imagination or Ava's conscience. You have the good devil and the bad devil. Well, that's pretty much what it was, more or less. It was like the bad parts of Ava, the vengefulness, the spitefulness, all that stuff kind of manifested itself into Charlie. Which, on one hand, okay, fine. This is what they're going to sit there and do to push the story forward, to get Ava on this revenge path. Fine. But at the same time, I'm just like, alright, so let me get this straight. You bring back this actor just to sit there and play conscience to Ava's mind. I don't know. Kind of a letdown. Now, granted, hmm, it's interesting. I'm thinking about the live stream that I had before, yesterday actually, with DC Sanctuary, and we were talking about certain characters that you know it's hard to redeem them, especially when they perform the R word. What Charlie did to Allie. It's hard for me to sit there and say, could he be redeemed? Now, people have said EJ, EJ's still there, Ava's still there, Todd was redeemed in some sort of way, so was Franco. And I guess it's one of those things where it's like you choose your battles. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's really hard to see Charlie coming back and people be like, man, I really like him. He's a really great character. I mean, I know what he did was awful, but they really found a way to turn him around, and it's like I I don't see that. Maybe it has a lot to do with the fact that it's still fresh. Yeah, it happened about a year ago, give or take. But I can't imagine people being like, I want to see Charlie come back. Like I can't see that. I can't imagine it. And yeah, I listed off a bunch of other characters that have done the R word. Luke Spencer is a quote unquote legend. I mean, at this point, if you watch General Hospital, you know how Lulu came into this world. So, anyway, long story short, Charlie convinces Ava, or Ava convinces herself that she wants revenge. Meanwhile, Susan is dead set on somebody coming after EJ. Now, at first, EJ was like, it could be Johnny. Johnny, after the whole Ava thing, he really wants to come after me. Um, but she couldn't figure out who it was, so she's going to be sticking around for a little bit. I'm wondering, um, does the actress get paid double? Like, does she get paid double, one when she's Susan, one when she's Kristen? Is that how that works, or she just gets more money for each time she's on set? I generally do want to know. Um, yeah, so I kind of covered those two. Oh, oh, Victor. Now, Victor and Xander wind up getting into it when Xander sees all the bills and the collections and everything like that. And, at first I was like, oh, well, Xander got a job working at the Spectator, but after Xander was like, I can't work at the Spectator because of Gwen and, Style Films for me, it's just not a good idea. Sarah was like, I'll sit there and, I'm making some money or whatever. I'll pay off your bills or whatever. We're married and stuff. And, he's all like, oh, I couldn't ask you to do that, but we're married and everything. And, Victor was like, that's a shame right there, man. You got your girl who's working part-time, pay your bills. I mean, come on, bro. Don't you just feel like you're man of her? Your alpha status is just kind of just sinking lower and lower. That's not what he said, but he really did come after his manhood, right? But this is one of those things I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate, okay? Because it's not like some of the things he was saying was wrong. It's not like some of the things that Victor was saying was wrong. What it really comes down to is tact. Okay? Yes. Victor's is letting him stay there rent free. Um I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. Because in the way that society sees it, it's not a good look for a woman to be sitting there paying, his bills. You're a man. You're the bread taker. You're the bread maker or whatever. You're supposed to be running this ship, not having her. Oh, I'll pay for this. I'll pay for that. It's like, no, bro. That's your job. Um. So that's how you sit there looking at it, and I think what it really comes down to it is that's one of the things. What it really comes down to is the fact that Xander can't pay his bills, and he has somebody else that got to sit there and pick up the tab. You're supposed to be the smart person. Long story short, because I feel like nothing to saying I was trying to dig myself out of a ditch. Because what it really comes down to is she shouldn't have to be sitting there paying his bills. She is working part time right now. This is your mess. You need to sit there and fix it. And that's pretty much what Victor was sitting there saying. I mean, granted, he was doing it in his usual Victor manner, but the point is, he wasn't wrong. It's not her mess to fix. It's his mess. Having her do it, it's like, what does that say about you? You're a grown man. Handle your business. Period. Um, I mean, if we're gonna sit there and talk about that, then if the roles are reversed, yeah. If Sarah, had all these bills and stuff like that of her own making, then yes, she needs to sit there and put on the big girl pants and take care of that. Point is, he felt like his manhood was being attacked. Okay, so he starts getting into an argument with Victor. They go back and forth. Maggie gets there. Maggie's like, "What is going on?" And Xander's like, "All right, I'm leaving." Sarah's like, "Yo, where are we gonna go?" Think of something. You think of something, bro? It's what is like 12 o'clock at night. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? I guess you're just gonna run up another tab somewhere. Like, what are you doing? They haven't even been married that long, and already I'm just like, I mean, granted, people lose their jobs and whatever, but sometimes you got to be smart about it. You got to sit there, like you say, he swallowed his pride. You got to sit there and just be like, you know what? I'm just going to take it until I can do better. But he didn't want to do that because, well, he's Xander. So now you sit there dragging this woman down with you. She's leaving her nice, cozy, warm, rich house to trollop along with you going who knows where on Halloween night, probably around 11, 10 o'clock at night. Like, and probably around like 8, because Rachel was not there trick or treating. So Alex managed to get the file. There's a ring on the doorbell. It is Rachel and Maggie, because apparently this family tree is so blah. Um, Now he does get the files. Rachel's asking a bunch of awkward questions that he is uncomfortable to answer. So he just gives her all the candy. He gives Maggie the file, goes back, he wraps things up with Sloan, and then he goes to the Kyriakis place, to the mansion, to get the files to hand off to Stephanie. So, I guess saves her job, maybe. Of course, Stephanie was talking about a sinking ship, and Chad was like, "No, it's cool. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna sink with you, bro. You're not really gonna sink with it. You're rich. What are you talking about? Sure, you're gonna sink in this ship that you can easily just buy a yacht, but whatever. It's cool. Um, so they talk for a little bit. The kids come down there. Stephanie talks about her cousin, and then she leaves. So you got a little moment going on, and now Alex got some sort of moment going on. Maybe I don't know. Just double check because I feel like that's pretty much about it. Oh, and I feel like, well, not that I feel like, but Ava's gonna try to do something with going after Susan and using Xander. So it's gonna be kind of interesting. I think this was a decent episode. It was. It wasn't like it was over the top, like super amazing, but it wasn't terrible out there. It was just in the middle. It was just in the middle. Um, yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. See you in the next video.